Hi, this is the OG art teacher, and if you're watching this, then you might be wondering what a sketchbook is. So, a sketchbook can be basically anything that you keep all of your thoughts or drawings or ideas or poems or lyrics or 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 um it's basically just like a collection. And it can be like in a folder. It can be a clipboard with your, just blank paper, random papers that you can use. It can be a black hardbound sketchbook that you draw lots of things in and keep for yourself to look at later. They are a place for ideas before they come or are created into full-on art. They are a place to take notes, a place to doodle, a place to not worry so much about what you're working or what your work looks like. It can be a place to plan out projects. It can be a place where you have your games, like your scores for games. It's basically like anything that you can think of that you want to put in a book for looking at later, for trying stuff out. You, as the artist, which if you are doing anything on a sketchbook at any point in time, you are an artist. If you are creating for yourself, building, drawing, painting, embroidery, anything that you do, like making YouTube videos can be art too. This is like performance art. But a sketchbook is your responsibility because it's your ideas, it's your style, it's your written and drawn history. You keep it because you can look back on your work and see where you've made improvements, and it can really help you feel better about yourself. It is really nice, like when you travel, which is not happening a lot right now because we're in a pandemic, to keep a notebook or sketchbook that you can glue stuff into. So, like for example, I would, sometimes draw ideas somewhere else and then put them into my sketchbook for later. You can glue stuff into your sketchbook. You can, like, add photos of your family in your sketchbook. You can, if people send you postcards, put those in your sketchbook. A sketchbook is like a journal. It's a collection. I usually put when I'm doing it, so this was started in January of 2009. I almost never finish a sketchbook. Let's see. So I guess I wrote that on the back, and this is the front. And as you can see, it's kind of a mess. But it's a book of notes. It's like there's just random stuff in here. I drew a picture for a friend of mine. She wanted a drawing for her band called Lemoncello. So I made a drawing of a cello being squeezed like a lemon and musical notes dripping out like lemon juice. And as you can see, I sketched it a few times to see how it would look and how it would work out. It's a place for fun stuff, silly stuff, sad stuff, to get your ideas down and like to feel better. So watching TV is a form of avoidance. Playing video games is a form of avoidance. Most electronic devices are a form of avoidance. So technically, you right now are watching me talk about sketchbooks, and you are not paying attention to your own feelings and thoughts. Or maybe you are, because you're, bored out of your mind and thinking of your own stuff. But when you're working in a sketchbook, this is your current moment. You are stopping and thinking. You are considering what you want to draw. You're considering what you want to write. You are like creating your own history, and creating your memories. So it's again like a way to look back on stuff and just like remember, like all of this stuff. This is from college, and it's. I mean, again, I didn't finish this one. I don't really tend to finish sketchbooks. You can use an organizer as a sketchbook. You can use a notebook as a sketchbook. This one has a lot of writing in it. This is an old sketchbook that got wet, so it warped. And again, unfinished, but these are some drawings that I did in middle school. I loved Elvis Presley at the time, but he took a lot of music from black people, and that was not a very nice thing to do. Sketchbooks are great for putting down ideas of things that you're going to make bigger, so that you don't start out with a big giant piece of paper and like not know what you're going to do with it. It's a good place to just like, I don't know, like have good ideas, but like also like throw away ideas. I go between writing and drawing. So, usually I'll keep like a notebook for writing, and I like to keep separate notebooks for poems. And I started doing, that's a whole nother conversation, but, freeform poetry is a way of just like getting your right nowness down. Sketchbook. As a student, it's your responsibility to hang on to it. These are basically like 5 or 6 sketchbooks that got left in my classroom when I was still teaching in a classroom. This is a folder, and it contains a lot of different things that I've worked on, that I've kept all the examples of like the video things that I've done for YouTube and virtual teaching and stuff. And it's nice because you can go back to stuff, you can color over stuff, you can like see how much better you are than when you started. You can keep memories in there. This is one of my dad's artworks. I used to be known as Billy Hassell's daughter. Now I'm the OG art teacher and my own self. So anyway, he's a pretty good artist. In college, I had a sketchbook for every class. You can make pockets in your sketchbook to keep cool stuff. You can also like fold stuff over so you don't have to see everything. You can use it as a place to play with colors and see what you like, and play with ideas that you might not like. I hate this drawing, but that's okay. I'm much better at art now. And basically, like, I don't know, it's a place to keep your memories, a place to keep your art so that nobody else loses it. It's your responsibility. I have, like, this box could be considered a sketchbook. It has a bunch of different things in it, drawings, like I might want to use this photograph at some point for something. A student who made my heart happy, an old picture of my dog on the couch and one of my dad's paintings. So a sketchbook is like memories. It's also can be a compilation of trash, like mail that I haven't opened, which I should really do. It's a place where you can also keep like notes and letters from people. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with a sketchbook. But mainly it's a way for you to keep all your stuff together so that your art teacher or parents don't have to do that for you. And it's really fun to look back on like everything that, for me, everything I've ever made, like worksheet wise or borrowed. A lot of this is borrowed stuff, but it's cool to go back and just, like see what's what. And it's also cool to keep your stuff and not throw it around and leave it on the ground. You don't have to care about your sketchbook, but you might care about it later. So it's basically a place to organize your thoughts, your life, and, memories and drawings and abilities. Sketchbooks are awesome. I have about 50 of them. Maybe not that many, but I have a lot of them, and they're all in different shapes and forms. I'm trying to go fast because I think that I spend a lot of time talking. Anyway, this was the OG art teacher talking to you about sketchbooks and why I think they're important, and how you can create one. And that's pretty much it. My website is theogartteacher.com. Feel free to check my stuff out. I hope that you are doing well.